Hey guys, welcome back to the Java tutorial series. So today we'll be learning about Java grammar because, well, that's important. You can't do anything without it. Um, you'll get a bunch of errors otherwise. So I'm going to start off with just a quick tidbit. I discovered that this welcome page doesn't actually close unless you check this button here. Always shows welcome at startup. If you don't want that, just uncheck it and then press exit. And then every time you open up this workspace, that won't be there. So I will just do some stuff in this Hello Printer one just to show um, what I'm actually trying to I'll just show what I'm trying to show. So I'm going to start with just some suggested uh, like syntax um, notes that you should adhere to. Note also that these are not strict rules. You don't have to follow them. However, it helps your readers a lot if you do follow these. I want to start with classes. The class name should always be capitalized. Um, and then also note that the first letter of any word in a name for anything is always capitalized. The subsequent words, the first letter of those are always capitalized. However, for a class, you want to capitalize this first word. And then note for this function right here, that's lowercase. That's an important thing with variables and methods or functions. That first letter is always lowercase, or should always be lowercase. Just so that if someone sees main, they know it's a function, and then if they see hello printer, they'll see that that's a class. Next is like indentation and spaces. It's always good to just organize that. You don't really need a space like in between there, that's fine. However, make sure that your indentations are fine. It's not important, like the program won't crash if this is the case. You could have them any which way. Java doesn't actually pay attention to how many spaces are in between two items. It just wants to know what the two items are. So just a quick tab will get your correct indentation. Um, and then on to something a little more uh, strict. So there are three types of comments in Java, and a comment is just some segment in your file or program that you don't want the compiler to actually do anything with. You just need it there for people that are reading your code. So the first type that we're going to look at is just the really easy // This one just comments out one line, so I could just do system.out.println. Let it load there. There you go. I'll just do hello again. And see, that only does one line. However, you can do multiple lines if you highlight the text and then do control/. It'll do that for you. However, just be wary with that. Make sure you don't get the brackets, or the braces, I mean, because that could screw with some stuff. So if you want to uncomment that, there you go. However, if you have a really large program and class, you can just do a simple /* and then */. This will comment out an entire chunk of your code, and it's really useful if it's, as I said, if it's really long, because you don't want to have to like scroll through and worry about like you don't have to highlight it and then do the control/. You can just do these at the beginning and at the end, and you're fine. So that was the second type of comment. Now this third type of comment isn't used for just any line of code. It's only used for either classes or when you're actually declaring a method. So what you can do, /***, and you'll note it goes to blue instead of green. This is what's called a parameter, like a parameter comment, because you're trying to tell the computer what exactly is going on. That is not the project. That's a game I'm working on. Let's just call this, it's the Hello Printer project. So you'll have something called a tag, which is always at, and then whatever the significance is. So in this case, it's the author, which is me. You could write anything you want. I'll just go blooper, I don't know. Just, you can do whatever you want. And this won't be counted or read by the compiler. Excuse me. Now if I want to do this method, it'll look at param. Well, what's a param? That's just short for parameter, which is whatever is inside these parentheses next to any method. So if I were trying to do like public void foo, and I wanted to make it string str, and I just wanted to print out whatever that was. I should probably set str to be something. There we go. End it with a semicolon, and there's my statement. An important thing to note is that I don't need to declare the string anywhere else because I've already declared it within this. I'll get into variables soon. Maybe should be one of the next few lessons, but we'll definitely go into like declaring variables and stuff more then. So now that we know, like if we were doing that same thing, we now know. All right, so it takes the parameter string, and because it's void, it doesn't return anything, so we won't be using this tag, which would just say like this returns some value. Like if it was a mathematical operation, we'd have to have a return. And then a just quick description right there is usually pretty helpful. So that is it for Java, like grammar and just basic syntax. If I forgot anything in this, it'll probably be covered in later tutorials. So thank you for watching, and like and subscribe if you found something useful. Leave a comment if you have any questions. I'll be more than happy to answer or direct you towards the right direction. See you later, guys.